So Capcom is coming out with Resident Evil 2, the remake. We don't know what the official title is going to be, if it's just going to be Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil 2 remake or something. Probably just Resident Evil 2. That's where my money's on. But that's not all Capcom is looking to remake.
Resident Evil 7.
Right.
The 2 year
it's
after
about
remake.
time.
Yeah, we've been wanting that.
No, it's like...
A year?
It's been about a year and a half since it came out.
Everyone's been begging for it.
Right.
Yeah. No.
Now more than ever. So, Capcom recently had recently was asked by an investor what they felt about, possibly doing other remakes, and their response was Resident Evil 2 was received very well at E3, and in order to tie this first success to actual sales, we are working out our promotional strategy. Further, regarding remakes and re-releases of titles in our back catalog, we expect to explore these further with a variety of properties as a part of our strategy to utilize our library of IP.
Not naming any names, though.
No, but Capcom, if you're listening...
you got a wish list, huh?
As far as I'm concerned, it's already like a fantastic, near-perfect game, but if you made a Resident Evil 4 remake, I will buy that game for the 4th time. I've already purchased it 3 times.
Why?
Different platforms.
Oh.
PlayStation 2.
Is it that good, huh? Resident Evil 4?
It's well, I wouldn't buy it 3 times if each version wasn't improved a little bit more slightly. Like, for instance, the PlayStation 3 version, it was in HD for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
Resident Evil 4 for PS4, it's not only in HD at 1080p, but it's also running at 60 frames per second, whereas it only ran at 30 frames in the previous version. So there's always a reason to bring me back to the RE4 well.
So how many times have you played it? 3 times?
No.
5 times.
I've probably played it about 5 times. It's a fantastic game. It's the game that got me into the series, to be honest. So yeah, I would not mind a Resident Evil 4 remake if you wanted to do that. And you could even leave the physics engine and all that alone. Just make it prettier. That's all you'd have to do. And leave the voice acting intact, because voice acting's great. The other suggestion I might have, and this one may be a bit groan-inducing simply because they kind of sort of already did it before, but the original Devil May Cry trilogy.
Isn't there a new one coming out?
Yes.
Isn't there a trailer?
Yes, Devil May Cry 5. Okay. Yeah, they're coming out with that, but if that does well, I would really love for them to take the original PlayStation 2 trilogy and remake it. Not do a reboot like DMC was.
And then, you know what they need to do? If they make the redo the original trilogy, put first one on disc, make the other 2 downloads.
You've got to download parts 2 and 3.
That's a reference
it's
to earlier.
just not going to fit.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you do this all the time, right? You download updates for your games, right?
Yeah.
Who wants physical releases for games? But no, this is a really good idea, because Capcom is not new to re-releases, and especially with Devil May Cry, they've released the HD versions of the PS2 games a couple of times now, and they're not all that good. Like, they didn't even do a very good job of making them HD. So I'd love for them to just put a fresh coat of paint on it and like give it or even give it the RE2 treatment where everything's modernized, make it looking like Devil May Cry 5 does.
Yeah.
That'd be nice too. And I think what they're doing is, I think they're just taking the with Resident Evil 7, they developed an engine specifically for the game called the RE engine. So I think what they're doing And Devil May Cry 5 looks like it might even be running on the same engine. I don't know, but it looks very similar to Resident Evil 2. And Resident Evil 2 is running on the RE engine. So if they're looking to make more games with this engine that they've developed, those are two perfectly good candidates in my opinion.
Yeah.
Not to mention, if you really want to make me happy, Capcom, make Mega Man Legends 3. And if you really, really want to make my year, remake Mega Man Legends 1 and 2 while you're at it.
But put the first one on disc. And make the other two on download.
Because...
Reasons?
Activision reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you think of any Capcom games that you'd like to see remade? I mean, this is the company
Mega Man 1 and 2. No, Mega Man 2, the really hard one.
Mega Man 2.
That was in 8-bit. Remake it in 3D platform. Like
3D platform. I don't know.
Like a side scroller, but with like 3D graphics.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah. Those are the only games I know. So.
I mean, there's Street Fighter, but they've done they've done Street Fighter to death now.
Yeah. But I mean, I just know a lot of people really like the second Mega Man. It's like known for like being like really hard.
Yeah.
So that could be interesting.
They keep re-releasing Okami. You don't need to do that anymore. Just give us a sequel already. That's not on the DS. Because there was technically a sequel on the DS. It was okay.
Yeah.
But nowhere near as good as the PS2 game. But yeah, Okami. That's a good one, right?
Sure.